Hey guys, here Marty Geek. In this video I'm going to be walking you through the camera features of the Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus, and I'm also going to share with you guys a couple photos and videos that I took with this device as well. So let's go ahead and get started. So first of all, here on the back you have a 12 megapixel camera, you have an LED flash, and of course you got a heart rate sensor right there. Now keep in mind, it is recommended by me and by Samsung, especially Samsung, is that when you open up the camera and take a picture, make sure you actually wipe the camera, because if you're not, you're gonna take a lot of smudged pictures, especially because if you're like me that use the fingerprint scanner a lot, you're gonna be touching the camera here, so make sure you do wipe off the camera. Of course, like I said, it's a 12 megapixel camera here in the rear. You got 8 megapixel here in the front that actually records in up to 2K, has autofocus, and it also has auto HDR as well. Now the cool feature here is that you can actually double tap to launch the camera, and I'll show you guys in a second how to activate that. But here, let's go and show you guys what you get when you open up the camera. Here you got the settings button, you got the flash button, you got HDR, you could turn it on, you could turn it off, or you could have an auto HDR, which is my preferred mode. You got the front facing camera, you could tap right there to switch, right? Or you can actually swipe the camera right there and it will actually swap to the front camera or to the rear camera, which is a cool feature. Here, one thing that Samsung added here to the shutter button is that now you can actually zoom using the shutter button by gently tapping the button and swiping up and down. Now the problem with this is that you, at first, before you get used to it, you're gonna accidentally either tap the shutter button and take a picture, or tap and hold and take a whole bunch of pictures. And like you see here, you could take up to 100 pictures. That's insane. So let's go ahead and delete that. That took 100 pictures there. Delete that. So here you got the record button and the shutter button and the gallery, of course. Now here, when you tap right here, you're gonna have this option right here, which actually gonna give you a lot of cool images that you can actually apply to yourself when you're taking a selfie. Of course, you're gonna have to switch it to the front-facing camera. Go back here, and you can see there. You can see my face with a clown face there, and like here. So you can do a lot of cool stuff here. Look at that. That's cool. So yeah, you can play around with this. Nothing really special. If you use Snapchat before or something like that, you're gonna be very familiarized with that. Here you have filters, right? Here you have stickers, which is pretty damn cool, because this feature works on the front-facing camera or not. Tap right there. Let's go back here again. You got the labels there that you can actually add, which is pretty damn cool. It's like stickers that you can add to the photos. And there you go. So it has a lot of them, and it's really nice that it has that. So all you got to do, for example, once you choose one that you want, right there, let's go and choose that one. You could tap on one of them. You can actually resize it, make it a little bit bigger, and you could go ahead and take an image right there. Bump, take an image, and when you take the image, it's actually gonna have the sticker on it, like you see there. Really cool. That's nice that it's there. I've used it already a couple times already. If you want to remove the effects, just tap right there and it'll just remove the effects. Here you got beauty face. You can control the skin tones right there, which is nice that it has that there. Another cool feature here is the Bixby button right there. In the Bixby button, when you activate it, you're gonna have this little message right there telling you to point the camera to a product or something like that. So here I'm gonna choose this right here, the raisin thing right there. Look at it with the camera. Tap right there. You see that it says image or shopping. And look at that. Once you tap right there, it's actually gonna search for the product or the device that you took a picture of on Amazon, and show you guys all the prices available for it, or all the options for buying that product that you're taking a picture of, which is kind of cool. But it only takes you to Amazon, which is kind of weird. I wonder if they actually have a deal with Amazon. So for example, let's take this battery too as well, right there, Energizer. There you go. This product, of course, this video is not a product sponsor. Okay, so we got text, image, shopping. Click on shopping. There you go. And now look at that. Shows you guys batteries on Amazon. just like that. So that's what it is. You know, it's cool that's there. It's a feature that I don't think I'm going to be using a lot, but hey, it's there. I don't have a problem with it being there. Now when you swipe like this, you're going to have your settings for the features or mode. When you swipe like that, you're going to have, of course, the filters and all that, and the labels as well. Swipe like this. Here you got the auto, you got the pro mode, which in pro mode you're going to be able to adjust like your white balance, manual focus, vivid. You got the shutter right here. Oops, but that's the negative thing there too. Like, see there, I was trying to adjust the shutter and it actually switched the front facing camera. That's the negative thing about having that swipe feature there. Here you got ISO, you can actually adjust it as well, and so on. Swipe here again. You got slow motion, which is a really cool feature. I have a video already showing how slow motion works. You got panorama. You got selective focus, which is a very cool feature that it lets you take a picture of an object and it'll blur everything behind the object. It's pretty cool and it works pretty nice too. You got hyperlapse, which makes a video look really fast. You got food, and you got virtual shot. Now, a cool feature here is that you can actually download more modes if you want. Tap right there. You got animated GIF, beauty phase, rear camera, sport shot, dual camera. If you want to download that one, you just tap right there and I'll download it. You got more options here like new and free section here. That's cool. Let's go back again. Go back over here. Oops, close the camera. Let's go back here again and look at that. The mode has been added there. So dual camera is, of course, you take a picture and you're gonna have a little picture here plus whatever you see in here. Another cool feature here is that one of my favorite is that if you tap right here, tap right there, you can actually rearrange everything here. Or you can actually, one of my favorites is that you're gonna add shortcut on home screen. Tap right there, and let's say you want to add the dual camera to the front. Tap right there, boom, click. Let's go close that. And now there's a shortcut, like you see there, there's a shortcut for the dual camera. Tap right there, and now the phone should open, like you see there, the phone should open in dual camera mode. I actually have slow motion, selective focus, and selfie. Open slow motion, it opens the camera slow motion. Selective focus, and of course selfie. It's ready for selfie. So there you have it. That's what's cool about those shortcut features, which I recommend to go ahead and try it out, because a lot of times we have our preferred mode, and a lot of times you want to have fast access to it, and that's a good way to have fast access to any of these modes right there. That's really awesome. So let's go ahead here to settings. In settings, we got the rear camera right here. We could change the megapixel to 12, 6, 9.1, 3.7, 7.9, and like you notice here, you can see the resolution right here. And the first two options are 4:3 and 4:3. 12 and 6.2. If you want to go to 16:9, which is my preferred way, you have to go settle with 9.1 megapixel, which kind of sucks. I was hoping it was actually 12 megapixel, but we got 9.1 and 3.7. There you go, 3.7. You got this one right here. You got 1:1, 1:1, and this one right here is basically the resolution or the ratio of the phone, which is 18:5.5:9. That's pretty cool at 7.9. So there you have it. Here you got the video options. You got 4K, which is UHD. Here you got the resolutions. You got 4K, 2K, 1080p at 60 frames per second, 1080p normal, and so on. You got autofocus. You got autofocus there. You got shape correction. So it's a correct distortion in picture automatically. You could choose that if you want. Timer, you have it right there. Another thing to keep in mind, which I forgot to show you guys, is that here you have the option to save the images in RAW. So if you're one of those that actually like to use Photoshop a lot, I recommend taking pictures on RAW. But of course, remember the images files are going to be a lot more bigger. Here you got a front-facing camera. We got 8 megapixel, 6 megapixel, and 6.0 megapixel. So 4:3, 16:9 goes all the way down to 6 megapixel. Video quality in the front, which is pretty damn good on this phone. You got 2K, 1080p, no 60 frames per second. You got 1x1, HD, and VGA. There you go. And let's go back here again. Save picture as previewed. You got shooting methods, which is tap the screen to take a picture, show your palm. Show your palm works pretty good. So when you're taking a selfie, you just show your palm and it will automatically take a picture. You got heart rate sensor. Heart rate sensor is when you're taking a selfie, you just tap on the heart rate sensor and it'll actually take a selfie for you. That's pretty cool. Now keep in mind, these, I think they're all deactivated by default. So make sure you just go ahead here and choose your favorite one. I'm just going to choose these two and deactivate the heart rate sensor one. Here you got timer, which I like to use it on 2 or 5. And you also have 3 shots. Take 3 shots in a row after the timer reaches 0. You could do that too as well. That's pretty cool. And motion photo, what it is that when you take a picture or something like that, before you actually press the shutter button, it's actually recording like 3 seconds before. So that's a cool feature that was actually first, I think, if I'm not mistaken, on the HTC One, I think it was, a long time ago, like 3 years ago. So here you can actually activate it by tapping right there and you'll have that feature for you. So here you got video stabilization. So make sure you turn that on. It does a very good job stabilizing the video. Here you got the grids. Right now I use 3x3, but you can actually use squares. Location tag. You got review pictures immediately after you press the shutter button. And here, this is where you actually activate the quick launch with your home button. Make sure you go ahead here and actually activate it. Voice control, this is where you actually say cheese, capture, smile, or shoot, or say record video, and it will actually start recording or do whatever command you say. So make sure you have that activated if you want that. Floating camera button, what it is that it's going to give you the shutter button floating on the screen. That's what it is. That way you can actually shoot more comfortably at your liking. You can actually move it around. You can see here, let's go ahead here, look at that. That's what it is. That's basically what it is. So go back here again. Let's go eliminate that. You got function key for the volume button. You got take pictures, record, zoom, and system volumes. I prefer zooming with this button right here because I don't know, for me it feels more natural like on the camera. But if you want to use it for taking pictures, you could do that, or just for system volume, just leave it like that. But I actually like to use the zoom on the volume button. He got shutter sound, so if you don't like hearing the shutter sound, just go ahead and make sure you deactivate that. And now when you take a picture, you're not going to hear that capture sound at all. So it should be totally silent. So basically that's it with the camera features in this phone. It has a lot of cool features. Of course, my favorite features are, of course, the auto and the slow motion is really nice. The selective focus is really cool as well. But now let's go and show you guys some of the pictures and videos that I took with this camera. And thanks for watching the video. Let me know if I missed anything on the camera and what you like and don't like about the camera. I gotta say, so far I am really liking the camera. Everything that I've done with it, it does a great job doing the slow motion, panorama, selective focus. It does a good job on everything. Pro mode, it's really awesome to have it there. So that's cool. So guys, thanks for watching the video, and I hope you guys enjoyed the pictures and videos that I took with this camera. Thanks for watching, guys. Till next time.